Okay, so get this. We're diving into a story, and it's a weird one. We're talking about a whole town that just up and vanished.
Vanished.
Gone. Like poof. But here's the thing. Everything else, still there.
Hold on, I'm intrigued, but you gotta give me more. What do you mean everything else?
I mean, houses, cars, even stuff left out, like somebody just stepped away for a minute. It's like they were living their lives one day, and the next they were just gone.
That's eerie. What kind of town are we talking about? When did this happen?
This all went down in the early 2000s. And we're not talking about some tiny village in the middle of nowhere. This was a whole town with streets, a school, everything. And from what I've seen from the source material, it's like walking into a time capsule.
A ghost town from the 2000s. You said this is a deep dive, so I'm assuming we've got some good material to work with on this.
Oh, we've got witness testimonies, old police reports, the whole shebang. And it's not like those ghost towns you see where things slowly fell apart. This is different. It's like someone hit a pause button on this town and nobody ever hit play again. It's both fascinating and kind of unsettling.
And that's what makes it a true mystery. What's particularly strange is that lack of any obvious explanation. It's not a ghost town in the traditional sense. This wasn't a slow decline due to economic hardship or some kind of natural disaster, like you said, frozen in time.
Totally. The source material mentions investigators finding half-eaten meals on tables, pets still roaming the streets.
Yeah.
It's both intriguing and eerie.
And that just adds to the puzzle. Early theories, the usual suspects range from mass hysteria to environmental disasters, but nothing quite fit.
Yeah, something doesn't add up.
Right. For example, let's say there was some kind of environmental catastrophe. Wouldn't there be signs of panic, damage, or at least attempts to gather belongings?
It makes sense if you know something's coming.
But in this case, everything was left meticulously in place. It's as if whatever happened so suddenly and unexpectedly that people had no time to react in a normal way.
Okay, yeah, that sends chills down my spine just thinking about it. So if it wasn't something obvious, what else could it be? I'm ready for the weird stuff. What are we talking about here? Aliens. Government conspiracy.
No aliens this time.
Darn.
But government conspiracies are definitely on the table. But first, let's talk about one of the most prevalent theories surrounding this town. Cults.
Cults. Okay, now we're getting into some serious true crime podcast territory. I can see why that theory would gain traction, though. Cults are fascinatingly scary. But what kind of evidence supports that? Did they find robes and weird altars?
Not exactly, but investigators did find strange symbols and writings in some of the homes, and we're not talking about your typical graffiti here. This was different, more deliberate, almost ritualistic, you could say.
Okay, that's creepy.
And some experts believe those symbols could be aligned with certain esoteric or occult practices, suggesting a potential group influence.
So maybe not robes, but definitely some unsettling vibes. But could a cult really exert that level of control over an entire town? It seems like a stretch, even for a mystery like this.
It does sound far-fetched. It's not every day a whole town gets up and joins a cult. However, there are historical precedents that we can't ignore. We've got cases like Jonestown, the Solar Temple, tragic situations where charismatic leaders convince their followers to commit unthinkable acts.
Right. Those stories still give me chills.
And while the scale of this town's disappearance is unprecedented, the possibility of a cult, as unsettling as it is, can't be entirely ruled out.
It's a chilling thought, for sure. Okay, so what about those government conspiracies? The source material mentioned something about secret tunnels, right? That's got to be a popular theory for a town vanishing into thin air.
Oh, absolutely. Conspiracy theories thrive on secrecy. And the discovery of those tunnels near the town, well, that just added fuel to the fire.
I bet.
Some people are convinced that this town was caught in the middle of some government experiment gone wrong, possibly involving things like mind control or some other experimental technology.
Okay, I have to admit, that's a pretty wild theory. Mind control. That's some next-level stuff. But is there any historical context to back that up? Don't get me wrong, governments have been known to do some shady things, but making a whole town disappear, that's a new one.
It's definitely a big leap. And you're right to be skeptical, but it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Think about MKUltra.
MKUltra. Okay, you're going to have to refresh my memory.
MKUltra was the CIA's own mind control program.
Oh, right. Back in the 20th century, wasn't it? Didn't they shut that down?
Officially, yes. But there are those who believe projects like that simply went deeper underground.
That's true. And the source material did mention those strange military trucks some witnesses reported seeing around the time of the disappearance.
Exactly. Those trucks are a tantalizing clue. Were they there as part of a cover-up? Or was it just an unsettling
A
coincidence?
coincidence. I don't know about that.
We may never know for sure. It's those unanswered questions that keep the mystery alive.
True. So we've got cults, conspiracies. What's the third theory? Don't tell me it's aliens.
No aliens this time.
Nope.
How about an environmental anomaly?
An environmental anomaly, like what?
Some researchers believe that a sudden, localized environmental event could explain the town's disappearance.
Okay, I'm listening.
Perhaps a geological event that released a toxic gas? Or maybe there was a super fast natural disaster that left no visible trace?
But wouldn't there be some evidence of that? Geological surveys, weather reports, something. They keep pretty detailed records of that stuff, don't they?
You would think. But the Earth is full of mysteries. There are phenomena we still don't fully understand. There could have been a highly localized seismic event, or a pocket of gas released from deep underground, even some unknown environmental hazard that we haven't discovered yet. And if it was localized enough, it might not even show up on any larger scale surveys.
So you're saying this town could have been a very unfortunate anomaly?
It's possible.
That's both fascinating and terrifying. It's like the Earth just swallowed them whole, leaving no trace behind. But again, wouldn't there have been some warning, some attempt to evacuate? This theory still doesn't explain why everyone left their belongings behind.
You're right, and that is one of the biggest hurdles this theory faces. Which is why some researchers believe that whatever happened quickly. So quickly that residents had no time to react in a normal way. No time to pack, no time to grab essentials, or even think straight.
So it's like something scared them so badly they just ran.
Possibly. And when you think about it like that,
Okay, yeah, that's just unsettling. What could be so terrifying that you'd flee your home without a second thought, leaving everything you own behind? It's like they just vanished into thin air. It sent shivers down my spine just thinking about it. And this isn't even the weird part yet, right? We still have to get to the town's history.
you're right. This is where it gets really interesting. Because it turns out that this seemingly idyllic town had a few secrets lurking beneath the surface.
Secrets. Lurking beneath the surface. Okay, now you've really got my attention. What kind of secrets are we talking about here? Spill the tea.
Well, let's just say this town had its fair share of skeletons in the closet. We're talking rumors of strange occurrences that go way back.
Like what? Give me the details.
We're talking unexplained disappearances,
Okay, that's creepy.
potential murders that were never solved.
No way.
Oh, yeah. And even rumors of nasty family feuds, the kind that span generations. It seems this picture-perfect town might have been harboring some pretty dark undercurrents.
Wow, so we're not just talking about your average small-town gossip here.
Not at all. This is the kind of stuff that makes you wonder if something sinister was brewing beneath the surface all along.
It's like something out of a Gothic novel. All those secrets simmering for years, decades even. But do you think these past events could be connected to the town's ultimate fate? I mean, it's a big jump from a few unsolved mysteries to a whole town vanishing.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's certainly possible. Maybe these strange occurrences, these unsolved cases, were early warning signs, little hints of a darkness that eventually consumed the whole town.
Like cracks in the foundation.
Exactly. Or maybe, just maybe, they're just unsettling coincidences, adding another layer of intrigue to an already perplexing mystery. But either way, it makes you think twice about those seemingly perfect towns.
No kidding. You never know what secrets are hiding behind closed doors. Speaking of secrets, what about those creepy artifacts found in the abandoned houses? The source material mentioned those, right?
Oh, yeah. And this is where it gets really eerie. Just picture this. You walk into one of these empty houses, untouched since the disappearance.
Okay, I'm picturing it. Go on.
And you find these old dolls just lying around, but their eyes are blank, staring out into nothingness.
Okay, yeah, that's creepy enough.
And it doesn't stop there. There are letters, paranoid ramblings that read like the writer was slowly losing their grip on reality. And then, scrawled on the walls, are these cryptic messages, almost like warnings. It's enough to send shivers down your spine.
It's seriously creepy. It's like something out of a horror movie. But do these objects actually tell us anything? Are they clues, or are they just a result of whatever was happening in this town?
It's hard to say for sure. They could be interpreted in countless ways. Fear, paranoia, maybe even some genuine premonitions. It's impossible to know for sure.
So we've got cults, conspiracies, environmental anomalies, a history steeped in unsettling events, creepy dolls, the works. It's like someone took every element of a good mystery and crammed it into one abandoned town.
Exactly. This case has it all. It's a testament to the power of the unknown, you know? and the allure of mysteries that may never be fully solved.
It really makes you wonder, what happened to this town? And maybe even more intriguingly, why? What could possibly lead to such a complete and utter disappearance?
Those are the questions we may never have definitive answers to. But that doesn't mean we stop searching for them. We're naturally curious beings, right? We crave explanations, especially when faced with the unexplainable.
It's true. I think that's why we're so drawn to true crime and mysteries. We want answers.
We do. But sometimes the journey of exploring these mysteries, of piecing together the fragments of information, that can be just as fascinating as uncovering the truth itself.
That's a great point. I know this deep dive has definitely left me with a lot to ponder. One thing's for sure, I won't be forgetting about this vanishing town anytime soon.
Me neither. It's a stark reminder that reality can be much stranger than fiction. And some mysteries, well, they linger long after the last page is turned.